What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my podcast. Happy Friday evening. Something happened this past week. Well, quite a few things happened this week, and I was just thinking to myself, what do I cover? What do I talk about? Well, you see, I did a video like this Wednesday, but I decided not to upload it because this specific situation just sort of snowballed over time, and I'm like, whoa, shit. Nah, man, I gotta. This is getting crazier and crazier. I just gotta get rid of that. Now I gotta cover it because it's even bigger than it was before. And we got more crazy stories going on. So I narrowed it down to two stories because this first one might take a while. It is the Biden classified document situation, and the second one I thought was just a funny little thing. It's the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Dr. Dre situation. So we're gonna jump into the Biden classified documents situation first. Now, earlier this week, classified documents were found at the Biden Penn Center, which was opened up in 2016 during the Obama administration, while Biden was the vice president. Classified documents were found there, but it didn't seem to be that big of a deal because Biden, well, he said he was surprised that they were there. His administration is cooperating right now. It's not like any of the there were only a few of them. It's not like any of them, or there were only a few of them that were top secret. So it didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. Though the one thing I found funny about it was that they were discovered by one of his own attorneys on November 2nd, which was 6 days before the midterm election, and we're just hearing about it now. Seems kind of fishy to me, don't you think? I mean, I feel like I'm just saying, I feel like if it were Trump, we would have found out right away. I'm just throwing that out there. So he was asked about this during his 60 Minutes interview. He was asked about this regarding Trump, who I'm sure you guys remember during the summer, whose place was raided. Well, raided, I use air quotes because it wasn't actually a raid, it was a search. The FBI had a search warrant because Trump had several, in fact, hundreds of classified documents at his place in Mar-a-Lago. So the thing that makes these two situations different, however, to Trump's, like a lot of people are freaking out, like, oh my God, Biden's doing the same thing. He's conspiring with other countries. It's crazy. Well, the thing is that with Trump, he literally took the documents with him to Mar-a-Lago after his presidency was over. I mean, this is literally during Biden's presidency right now. There was only a few of them. Only some of them were top secret, and he's actually the one cooperating. Like, Trump claims, like, oh, like, I declassified them, and, it's all good and whatnot. And a lot of people were suspecting one of two things. Like, either Trump is giving nuclear secrets to, like, Ukraine or whoever the hell, or that he just likes classified documents, and that's just what Trump does, right? So there's a big difference between those two situations. However, there was a second batch of classified documents not only found off campus, off White House property, but in Biden's home, in his Corvette, in a locked garage, like at his home in Delaware. And that's the exact same thing. And it's so the irony. He said this this past fall or summer.
When you saw the photograph of the top secret documents laid out on the floor at Mar-a-Lago, what did you think to yourself, looking at that image?
How that could possibly happen, how anyone could be that irresponsible. And I thought, what data was in there that may compromise sources and methods? By that I mean names of people who helped, or et cetera. And it's just totally irresponsible.
Well, take a look at that. Oops. Yeah, oops. That is a big oops. I mean, my Lord, did that not age well? God, I can't think why does he have them? I didn't think Biden would do something like this. I mean, I don't exactly think of him as the most principled guy in the world, but I didn't think Joe Biden was going to do something like. I mean, why does this leads me to think? Okay, if Biden has classified documents, Trump has classified documents, Hillary Clinton has. Well, actually, no, both Clintons have classified documents. Does every president or politician have classified documents? Like, do they always take them with them? Like, I feel like this is a serious question we should actually be asking ourselves. Like, is this just something that happens, like on a regular basis? And like Trump immediately deflected when he was asked about it. Oh, well, Obama had 33,000 documents after his administration was done. That's what he claimed. Obviously, there's no evidence of that whatsoever. Does Bush have them? There's still some left over from the Reagan administration? I mean, the list goes on and on. Nixon. I mean, he had White House tapes. He probably has documents too. And this all led up to Peter Doocy of Fox News asking Biden, like he's an elementary school teacher, what were you thinking?
Classified material next to your Corvette. What were you thinking?
Let me, I'm going to get a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week.
Poor Joe. You know who I really feel bad for is White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. She has to, day in and day out, explain on behalf of the Biden administration, which, by the way, being a press secretary, it's not the greatest job in the world because every time your administration does really anything ever, you have to explain on behalf of them. But under Biden, it's particularly hard because Biden, every time he talks, it's just like one long run-on mumbling sentence. It's like, and so she has to explain that. And now she has to explain why Biden was surprised about these documents and how he said, I don't know how they got there, man. And now they're in his garage, which, by the way, he said, oh, well, they weren't on the street, just in the middle of nowhere. They were in a locked garage.
People, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out in the street.
So
but anyway,
was in a locked garage.
Yes, as well as my Corvette. But
oh, they were on a locked garage. Oh, well, that makes it better. But yeah, here's Karine Jean-Pierre having to explain on behalf of the Biden administration about these classified documents.
What was the president trying to say when he referenced his Corvette earlier today? Because it sounded like he was implying that because his garage is a safe place for his car, the documents were safe. And therefore, if it was safe for the car, it was safe for the documents. Is that what he meant?
Look, I'm going to just leave his statement as is. I think your colleague was having a back and forth with the president. You can read the transcript of what was asked of him and why he responded that way. I'm just not going to get into specifics.
Yeah, so things aren't going so well with the Biden administration. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll find more, and then there'll be more. And, I mean, good thing he's actually cooperating with it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens from here on out. But, yeah, we'll have to see what happens within the next few days. Jesus, man. Politicians and classified documents, I mean, this shit is like candy these days. They just come raining down from the sky, and people don't know how they got there. I mean, shit, I could have classified documents on me now. It's crazy. But, yeah, no, now it's Attorney General Merrick Garland's responsibility to decide whether or not he wants to prosecute Biden, because legally he can. He can. He didn't do it with Trump, so I doubt he'll do it with Biden. I don't know, man. I want everyone to be prosecuted because politicians are dumb, dumb, dumb. This is why you don't give these people this type of power. I think that should be the message that we take out of this episode, is that anytime you give politicians power, they abuse it, and it looks really bad, and they make themselves look really bad, which leads me to my second subject. The second subject that we have on our agenda for this evening is the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Dr. Dre situation. Marjorie Taylor Greene released I don't know, this isn't a music video. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. It's just a video of her with Dr. Dre's Still DRE music playing in the background, Still Dre, right? I'm sure you guys are familiar with that song, the one with the piano key at the beginning. That's playing in the background. She is just sort of slowly walking and bragging like, oh, we got I almost said Paul McCartney, Kevin McCarthy for Speaker of the House, And when I first saw this, I cringed so hard. I mean, I couldn't move. I was like, oh my, what am I watching? I became a paraplegic. I'm sorry. You can't say paraplegic now according to Stanford University. My bad. Anyway, I'm not going to play the music because Green actually got in trouble for this. I'll explain that in a minute. Here's this video. I'll just show some of what it looks like. It's going to seem lame without no, it's going to look worse without the music in the background. Just watch it. So just imagine that, but with Still Dre playing in the background. Yeah, that's really, really bad. And of course, she's like, calling Donald Trump DT. It's politics, man. These days, Jesus Christ, it's so entertaining. I love politics in 2023 because this is what we get. This is so stupid. Now, MTG got, but Dr. Dre filed a cease and desist against Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Greene tried to clap back by saying, "Oh, your music promotes violence and against women and this and that." It's like, well, why are you using the music in the first place? I mean, that's such a bad. I mean, who cares what the lyrics are? I mean, it's like, who cares? Who cares? Such a so stupid. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a like on it and make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification. I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.